All right, now we started the podcast. You can start talking about.
Yeah, hey everybody, talk to the internet podcast number 14. 14.
Yeah, 14, I think.
Bruce was just telling a story about how when he gets a haircut, occasionally his partner Autumn will be reduced to tears.
She'll cry.
See his face,
Good,
see his haircut.
Good tears.
Good tears, but refers to him as cute.
About how cute I am.
Aaron, what's up? I saw you're on staycation. Awesome. Sorry.
Aaron works for Achievement Hunter.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Was a member of Inside Gaming in 2019, so we worked together.
That's right. Yeah.
Awesome dude. Anyway, Bruce, you had mused that maybe that's not the best thing to hear from a partner because,
as a heterosexual male,
yes,
for me, I would like to feel masculine. So when Autumn sees me, she goes, "You're so handsome and debonair," but instead she says that I'm cute and cries, which okay. It's all right. I love Autumn, obviously.
But it is kind of the same reaction one might have to like a really smooshy pug on Instagram. And typically, and this is where I'm going to bite off some beef here, and pass this around the room for you guys to chew on. Typically, cute and sexy are at opposite ends of the emotional spectrum.
I would agree.
Typically.
I think...
no, I disagree.
Okay, all right.
I think it's like a Venn diagram. And, you know, attraction, it can be both cute and sexy. And, you know, I wouldn't say they're opposite. I think they're somewhere intermingled. They're on opposite ends of in the middle part of the Venn diagram. If attraction is the middle part. I
have had conversations at length with women about this very subject, cute and sexy. Because I would always be like, do I want to be called cute? And the women that I was with at the time would say yes. They would be like, oh no, yeah. Like when we say you're cute, that means we want to fuck you. And I'd be like, okay, great,
yeah.
All right, good.
Then we can refine the theory then a little bit. Perhaps ladies can coexist in the cute fuckable area more than guys can.
I think they probably can. I think they probably can. I think you're right.
I don't know. I think based on our interpretation, yes. But I would like to hear a counterpoint at some point. We need to bring a lady on the show who can actually speak to this. Because I feel like we're just...
I'm just telling you the experiences I've had. I'm not speaking for all women.
This is the magic of this content, is that we as a collective brain trust, don't bring gender into it.
You're right. We are
we're just putting our heads together and figuring things out.
And we represent the entire spectrum of humanity here.
Cameron said, you guys are overthinking this. Autumn was giving you a compliment. Just accept it. Okay, all right.
I would definitely agree with that comment.
No, I refuse to accept that advice.
Oh, all right. Well,
we're going to go on this for another 45 minutes. So buckle in, everybody. Hey, how's it going, guys? It's been a crazy week, huh?
Has it?
Yeah. Dan Houser left Rockstar.
I saw that, yeah.
Kobe, wait, did that happen?
That happened a week ago.
That happened
a week and a half ago.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Well,
week and a half ago.
It
still
is
sad.
I will say,
very incredibly sad.
Yeah.
Like I happened to watch the tribute that the Lakers did to Kobe on I think it was last Friday, and it was incredibly moving. Now it was one of those things where, like, for me, Kobe Bryant's had a mixed bag of public reception for years and years and years because of things that happened in his past a long time ago. But the thing that saddens me the most is obviously the children and the families that were in the helicopter crash. That's just the total bummer. And one of those things that everybody can agree was just taken too soon. Mm-hmm. Just too soon. Mm. So, yeah. So either way, it was very, very sad.
Yeah, someone was asking earlier in one of my streams, like, what's it like in LA? And yeah, there are billboards that just have memorials up. All the city buses have like Rip Kobe on the marquee in front.
Yeah,
so
they do.
It really is just kind of a city in mourning, which is sad.
It is.
Yeah,
it is real sad.
And then I guess Trump got acquitted. So there's your politics, Jeff.
Oh yeah, that's happening right now.
Yeah, I mean nobody thought it was going to go any other way, right?
That's true.
Yeah,
that's true.
But architecture, I'm glad you brought that up. Crazy week. Lawrence confirmed in Cyberpunk. I'm glad you brought that up.
Well, tell them why.
Welcome to the next hour and a half of the podcast.
You're not in Cyberpunk yet.
Yes. But I've got crazy news for you guys. I am proud to announce, in this moment, the glorious return of Cyberwatch.
Oh wow, we're gonna do it this early.
Yeah, okay, I don't have a stinger. I didn't make one yet, but
you could press one of these.
I mean, you can press any of those buttons, but they're not gonna do what you want. Like
didn't
I told
do
you.
anything.
I mean, like it's just gonna switch the scenes.
Cyberwatch. I guess that's what we'll do for now. The scene switched to all the audio viewers there.
And then
click on
you want Lawrence and Bruce
that's
there?
not the right one.
That's the one. There you go. That's the one.
Yeah, so this is coming back for a very special reason. because I got the inside track now, you guys. I've been working the angles. I've been watching
Literally.
the movements. Yeah. Yes, Bruce. Yes, literally. Playing a long game is what I would call it. And Stephanie, girlfriend, who I used to brag about working at Blizzard all the time, I have a totally different reason to brag about her now because she is now the head of communications for North America for CD Projekt Red.
That's right.
Working on Cyberpunk 2077, which means I got the inside track.
Here's the thing.
I got the inner scoops, Bruce.
I would like to celebrate Stephanie.
Why?
And not talk about Lawrence.
No!
Because Stephanie...
She's the one with the job.
She worked very hard to get to where she is.
And I
Yes.
like the game more, maybe. What? Bruce, come on. Jeez. But I got the scoops, man.
I mean, you do. You have the scoops.
My plan is to basically conduct a long campaign of emotional terrorism on her. So that
Jesus Christ.
She has to reveal the secrets of the game to me.
Uh-huh.
It's going to be like a long drawn out thing of withdrawing emotional support, refusing to do housework and things like that.
That's called emotional manipulation.
Exactly.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, all right.
Also in the news, I guess the Amber Heard stuff. I'm an Amber Heard now.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Sick.
That's right. Justice for Johnny
I'll
Depp.
just
Yeah,
take away
I
all the
also-
cell phones around before.
God, this is already spiraling out of control.
Hashtag justice for Johnny Depp.
Justice for
everybody.
Johnny Depp.
But I'm doing it for our viewers and for our sponsors. So she's tough. She'll be okay. But first scoop.
Wait, is this Cyberwatch? Are we doing Cyberwatch?
Yeah, Cyberwatch.
It's active
That's
now.
full screen again. At the
All right.
very, there.
Bye, chat.
Cyberwatch.
It's Cyberwatch time.
I'm gonna make a video later. First scoop, big scoop, everybody. This is very real, even though I haven't had the conversations yet. But it's basically
You haven't confirmed with Stephanie yet.
well, or anyone else at the company.
Okay.
But breaking news, because there's really no way this can't happen at this point, right?
Yeah.
That's true.
We all know Keanu Reeves is gonna be in the game.
Yeah,
Yeah.
huge.
He's like a digital cyber ghost, whatever, Johnny Silverhand, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
Huge.
What they haven't announced yet, and I have yet to talk to them about, is that I will be joining him as another digital cyber ghost man. But
What?
we're gonna be best friends, Bruce.
No.
Like Cyber Ghost Brothers?
Yes. He's okay. So he was the
What?
front man. He was the guitarist of a
Yeah.
group called Samurai. I will be the drummer, right?
Yeah.
And we'll just pal around and be best friends. And we'll have banner and then we'll hang out and be.
That's crazy. 'Cause
Yeah.
When I went into the E3 demo and they showed me all the scenes with him for like 20 minutes, I didn't
Game's
see-
not out yet, so there's plenty of time
It's
to
still
write
in
it in.
development.
Still in development.
Have you
man.
shot your motion capture?
No.
No.
No, don't have a date. Haven't, like I said, emails haven't really been sent yet. They're just
Okay.
they're in the drafts folder like they have been for the last 2 years.
All right.
But I mean, it's foregone at this point,
Yeah.
right? It's got to happen.
I mean, you look like his brother.
Yeah, I do. Younger brother.
Keanu Reeves and Lawrence Sontag, they're exactly the same.
Simpatico, baby. So you can basically take that one to the bank. 100% confirmed, I'm sure.
So should I buy CD Projekt Red stock because it's going to go up since Lawrence is
Well,
in
not
it?
until
Is there
I buy
Lawrence
it.
stock?
I mean,
Oh, is there a Lawrence stock? Can I buy the Lawrence
yeah,
stock?
dude. Yeah, I got a Bitcoin wallet. Just send everything you want.
That's
Send
not
everything you
that's
want
not like Lawrence stock.
Into the wallet?
Yes.
Is there any return or?
Yeah, I'll draw something up.
Okay.
Give me a napkin and a marker. We'll make it happen.
I mean, yeah.
I can't wait.
I'll
you
send it
guys.
over.
If you're really nice to me for like the next year or two, I might invite you over while we're hanging out. You know?
Oh.
Wait, who's while we are hanging out?
Me and Keanu, yeah.
Oh, I thought it was in the game. That
We're
you
gonna
guys-
hang out and play Mario Kart.
But
and
he's
stuff.
an actor, Lawrence. I don't think that.
Yeah, I
it
am
doesn't,
too.
It doesn't mean he'll be your friend.
I'm acting right now. I'm acting like I'm not really pissed off that you guys aren't supporting me.
Okay, I'm sorry.
So, you may be a little nicer to your friend here.
All right, everybody. All the chats, please support Lawrence.
Thank you. Thank you.
In his.
And please stop saying insider trading. He may know some secret information. Maybe getting a little bit of a leak here.
You're gonna get leaks every week. This is what I'm promising.
Cyberwatch every week.
Cyberwatch
Cyberwatch.
every week, new info right here. Only on this podcast. Oh, talk to the internet exclusive. Yes. Yes.
Exclusive.
I gotta come up with an exclusive graphic now. Damn it.
You don't have to come up with any of those.
Yes,
if
I
you don't
do.
want to. I can.
We'll just do this each time. They'll know.
Exclusive.
Audio listeners won't, but
We're doing the Vogue. It's basically Madonna Vogue, is what it ends up being.
It's topical, right?
Yeah,
Cyberpunk takes place in a world where Vogue is the only dance you're allowed to do.
this is also a leak.
Yes. I gave away next week's.
Ah,
Ooh.
Damn it.
Well, I'm sure you'll have more leaks.
yeah.
I will. I absolutely will. Well,
Okay. All right, back to the podcast.
I'm glad to get that. I've been so excited, you guys. It's been,
Well, yeah, you must have been burning with that secret.
yeah, it's been hard to sleep. It's been hard to. Oh boy, that guy's getting shit on.
That's a woman. But why would she ever
Sorry.
do that?
Whoa, I like how the
Oh.
first one hit and she's stuck in there. Bang.
I think it's supposed to be a news report, maybe.
Yeah. I love those moments where you're like shooting on
No.
location somewhere and you're like, I got a great idea.
Hey, I'll put my head between their
I'm gonna
legs.
tuck my head out of the legs.
I bet somebody was like, hey, they might shit on you. They're like, nah, that wouldn't happen. And shit's all over.
Good. I see. At least see a lot of support in these chats. This is good. Thank you guys. Thank you.
Look at there is a lot of support.
Maybe I'll let you buy a glossy print of me and Keanu hanging out. I'll let you buy one of those at the discounted rate.
Oh,
So we wouldn't have to wait in line at like Comic-Con?
Oh no, I mean,
Oh, we still have to.
no,
Okay.
get-
All right.
People see you skip the line, then everyone's gonna want to skip the line.
Yeah,
He's right about that.
I'll knock off a little bit of the price there.
What video game are you in, Criken?
okay, you caught me off guard there.
Okay. I'll tell you what video game I'm in.
Go ahead.
I am also in Cyberpunk,
What?
but I am Keanu Reeves' older brother. Cooler older brother.
What?
I didn't.
We get to work together, Bruce.
Did you guys see each other in the auditions?
Not yet.
No,
I haven't got my call back.
Oh, you haven't auditioned.
I actually requested that I don't see Lawrence ever.
Okay.
In my auditions.
That's probably
that makes
for the
sense.
best.
Yeah. Because you know how actors have to act out their scenes separately, and then they put them all together because it's a video game, right? Except for me, I acted with Keanu Reeves.
Oh,
Yeah.
in the same room. Mm-hmm. Were you saying anything? Or?
He told me that I was his best friend,
Oh,
and
For now.
and then he went like this, and he went, and Lawrence is a hack, like that.
Let's see. I mean, everyone thinks that until they see the magic.
I'm just letting you know. This is my league.
This is a takedown live on the same podcast.
My Cyberwatch league.
Okay, and yeah, sorry. I think in Bruce's chat. Sorry, somebody mentioned that last week's podcast is not out on the audio feed yet.
I'm gonna
You're
scroll
correct.
so the poop is gone.
You
want to see pooping?
I'm gonna watch the Happy Dog.
sorry, I haven't uploaded it yet. I'll do that. As
Oh,
soon as I
we'll
get
get to the audio
Yeah.
feed. Yeah. The audio feed for the A&B podcast is gonna be a little rough.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, it's gonna be a little rough, but I can leave all the music in, so at least there's that.
By the way, I hope everybody in chat liked that A&B podcast.
That was awesome.
I loved it.
We got to do it again.
I had so much fun doing that.
Yeah, that was definitely an experiment, but I thought we had a lot of fun. I also realized about halfway through the definition of AMV is very different for different people because
Oh yeah.
I never.
This is maybe something I brought up repeatedly.
I wonder. I never thought of it purely as anime music videos, but like I always thought it was animated music videos.
No, it's anime music videos.
huh.
I don't know about that. I think maybe it started off as that, but I think it's transformed.
It may have transformed.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I don't know if chat can chime in, but
I saw some chat actually in the YouTube comments saying I thought it was animated music videos, not anime music.
there we go.
videos.
It's
So
absolutely anime.
it is. It started out as anime music videos, but it may have. Who knows? It may have changed. Things on the internet change fast. Guys.
It do, yeah.
They real
It do. It real do.
I mean, it definitely. I will. Yeah, I'll admit, despite the moniker, it has branched out to just be like fandom music videos using assets that are either like recorded in game or released by. It's part of remix culture at this point, which is
Yes.
awesome. But I do think to understand the core of it and also the culture of it, one needs to focus on anime, and also anime is better.
Well, there we go. There
Objectively.
we
Okay.
go.
Whoa!
Heard it here first.
Yeah, this old couple's they're getting it.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's awesome. I've actually been dreading practicing a dance for my wedding because apparently bride and groom are supposed to dance, and Autumn and I haven't talked about it, but I don't think she even wants to maybe do a dance, but I feel like we should do a dance.
She
Yeah.
went to all those cyber raves.
I mean, Autumn has been a dancer, a
Yes.
ballet dancer for a very long time.
She's gonna want to dance. She's
Yeah,
gonna want
yeah.
to have a little bit of dance.
Have her put on that gas mask and just go crazy.
I mean, I feel like I should just let her dance.
Well, look. Okay, as we all know, this is a nice private moment. You can say whatever you want.
Yeah, no
and
one's-
no one's gonna
speaking
hear.
to thousands of people.
So if you want to, we can talk about this. We can have like a little moment. We're like, okay, if you are you self-conscious about dancing? Or
Yeah,
what's-
oh, absolutely. I'm a terrible dancer.
Okay.
Horrible dancer.
I guarantee you she's not marrying you for your dancing. She's marrying
That's
you.
right, you're right.
So if you
You're right about that.
you can just have this, make the dance be kind of a fun thing. A little cha-cha slide.
What?
Do
What's that?
do the electric
Electric slides?
slide. That's the one.
How many slides can I do?
Just slide everywhere.
I mean, I don't know. I don't think that we're going to do it, but maybe we will.
Aw. I don't know. You're not giving yourself enough credit, Bruce. I bet if you practice, you.
Yeah, I'd be like them.
Everybody's got to practice everything.
I do need to practice that.
Yeah, you can stream it. Content.
People have been saying over and over and over, are you going to stream your wedding?
Oh, that's creepy. I mean, are you though?
No.
Oh,
Absolutely
what I
not.
sub for? Jeez.
I'm not going to stream my wedding. Wouldn't that be weird to stream my wedding?
I agree that it's kind of weird. This is something that I've actually thought quite a bit about. Is about where I'm going to draw the line between what I consider private and part of my personal life, and what
Yeah.
I'm willing to share. And it's when people ask for more visibility into your life, it's tempting to just give it to them,
It is. Yeah, yeah.
especially since it all pays into a system of like growth and momentum and stuff like that. So, but like I work out every day. People are like, should stream your workouts, and I'm like, I guess I could just put up a garbage webcam and have music going in the background while I'm doing my lifts. But then I'm just like, man, people in the chat are going to tell me I'm doing it wrong.
They're going to backseat you.
Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that happened to me. I did a stream where I was playing World of Warcraft, and I was like, all right, I feel bad for being sedentary for so long, so I want to start working out again. So here's the deal. Every time I die, I do 10 push-ups.
Nice.
Like, every time this happens, we do this. Like, whenever I'm on a flight path and not able to do anything, I'm just going to do crunches.
Cool.
And, like, it was like a 5-hour stream, and I was actually ruined for the entire week afterwards. But
That's a great idea, though.
there was also a mix of supportive viewers that were trying to help me, like, understand how to,
Those are nice.
helpful.
And people were doing them with you.
Yeah, some of them were doing them with us, which was actually
great.
really
That's
cool.
awesome, yeah.
And then there are others that were like, "That's not a fucking push up," and like do them again. I'm like, all right, fuck off. This is not. I'm not doing this.
They
for
all
you.
sound like Guidos.
Yeah.
Do 'em again.
Call that a crunch. Get out of here.
Yeah, that's what I assume.
The thing that needs to be reinforced is the more you do something, the better you get at it. So whether or not you're learning how to dance or even just doing crunches, like people assume that you should be able to just do a push-up good.
Yeah.
No, it's still an activity that requires like knowledge of body and experience.
Yeah. I also got long noodle arms, which I've learned
Oh, you
makes
have
it a
crazy
lot
arms.
harder to
Yeah,
do
you got more
a
move-
form.
But you got that range of motion, man.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to be jacked to keep doing those push-ups.
Yeah, all I got to do. I can also push people away very effectively. I've learned that from experience.
You're right about that.
Yeah.
Oh, that just let people tie you up, though. Get those long noodle arms out there. People are going to grab them and crawl up on you.
Oh,
Get a
yeah.
gun on your back and start biting your neck.
I saw your chat talking. I was watching one of your streams the other night, and I saw your chat talking about how big your hands are. Your hands?
Oh, they're big. I also haven't cut my
Yeah, they
fingernails,
are really
so,
big.
Yeah.
Why are they so big? They're so long.
Beat all
Yeah.
those video games, man.
Goodness
hit it.
gracious!
Those
No
are
wonder
yowie
you're so
hands.
good at games.
Yeah, right? I can reach the keys just that much farther away. It helps.
You have like the one octave spread on a piano.
I think so.
Probably.
This is like, right? I also heard that like, well, it's probably harder though for my brain-eye coordination. Like, I got longer to go. I got long
yeah.
arms and long fingers.
More
You know?
more cerebral
Yeah.
energy burn to move that around.
Yeah, my wingspan is like insane. Like when I went to the doctors and they like measure, all the ports.
Yeah.
Like my wingspan's like in a crazy percentile. They're like, this isn't human. you're lanky Kong, dude. There's no way this is effectively possible.
That's
So
really interesting. Isn't it like the speed of light for a neuron to fire from when you think about it to where it does it?
I mean, yeah, it's electricity.
It's right. It's got to be. It's got to be really because
I mean, there's lag involved in like having your muscles activate and like overcoming the momentum of your own moving and stuff. But
Yeah.
that's why once we can just shove needles into our brains, we'll all be better gamers.
Well,
Don't have to
what
worry
are the
about your-
needles for?
To get the electrons or whatever.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, to get them out or get them in?
A little bit of both.
Okay.
So you need
Get
to
out
get
the
them
bad
out.
ones, get in the good ones. It's like leeches, but
Yeah,
needles.
exactly.
Okay.
Yeah. You get all the good gamer thoughts
Oh.
in, all the bad gamer thoughts.
Did we ever
Jesus
think?
Christ.
I love this.
I've never seen that.
This okay? What's on screen right now? Cannibal spaghetti. This is exactly what I was trying to do at the Cow Chop food lab thing that I was on.
That's awesome.
I made like a fucking Rice Krispie head, and I put like Jello in for the brains. But this is
I love that.
Wow.
so much better. Oh my god,
That's really well
delicious.
made and not.
It's
and
frightening
horrifying.
for people that are listening audio wise.
I never want to scroll off this.
It is fun. We'll keep it here for a long time.
Oh, you don't like the girl getting pooped on, but you're okay with a skinless face?
Yes,
Criken doesn't like bodily functions. I figured this out.
Hmm.
He doesn't like generally bodily functions.
it's more that I don't like exposing my not my pure innocent chat to such grotesque visuals as a woman
Criken,
getting
do you realize you're
shit on by a horse.
You stream on the internet. Right?
Yes.
You realize the internet is the dirtiest.
Have you
most
ever watched my
disgusting
stream?
Place. Yes, I've
It's a
watched your
kid's
stream.
show. It's basically a kid's show.
You curse a lot.
Yeah, but cursing's everyone's doing it. The content is always innocent and pure.
You know that all of your viewers have masturbated directly before your stream, maybe during your stream, and then after your stream.
Okay, at least I don't ask them like you do. Okay, it's not a big
I
deal.
don't ask anybody.
This is all.
I'm just telling you what they
We're back
do.
to this. Somehow, every podcast, we're back to Bruce getting masturbated.
That's
on.
not what I said.
It's weird how often
It's
that
what
comes
you
up,
meant,
isn't it?
though.
Yeah.
I'm telling-
It's always you bringing.
Do you think
it up.
that's going to taper off now that you're Keanu Reeves' older brother? It's not.
No, it's going to go up.
People are going to be busting all kinds of nuts.
It's going to go up.
Just loads of nuts.
All right, I want everybody in chat right now.
Baby nuts.
You tell me the most recent time. No, I can't. Never mind.
You are only proving our point further,
I can't
Bruce.
do it. I can't
Keep
do
going
it.
with that, Bruce.
I can't do it. There might be people underage. This is not just.
Yeah, this is not just not worth it. Let's just go back to the nice skinned face spaghetti.
The cannibal spaghetti.
Thank you. That is why I've been trying to keep the conversation started here.
Look, your chat already got it 15 minutes ago.
Yeah,
So.
yeah.
Oh, nice job.
Right now, they're saying now.
Although you're in the Halo, you got another hour of nice lifetime before it gets complicated again. Got that glow. Are you listening to Electric Light Orchestra?
Oh my God! Stop.
Criken hates talking about it. I love it.
What?
You can't talk about bodily
I'm talking about
functions.
after you're done. It's gone. You threw a towel over it. You move on with your life.
That's when you feel the most guilty.
You throw a towel over it? No. Just leave it for later.
It's like it never happened.
Yeah.
That's what they do at restaurants. You spill
Towels
something
spread
on
all
it,
over
you
your room.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Every time I throw a towel down, my room gets more clean.
That's right, because he hides the mess.
It's like walking on a fucking patchwork quilt.
Yeah.
from all the
Don't
different-
trip. Whatever you do.
Yeah.
We should talk about video games. Want to talk about video games?
Sure.
I'm curious to see what you guys think about. Since Dan Houser left Rockstar,
Yeah.
what does this mean? Does it mean anything? Because apparently he's been on leave for a year.
Who is this man?
He was one of the co-founders
co-founder.
of Rockstar.
Oh shoot.
But also he's been on leave since spring of 2019 or
That's
something.
something like that.
He
He was on a sabbatical.
To me, it's just interesting because it sounds so familiar to. I mean, like even personally to my stuff, but also like to a number of CEOs that do this, where they're just like, usually when CEOs go on leave. Sometimes they'll come back. Sometimes they'll come back, but most of the time they probably won't.
Yeah.
And it's usually
It's like a phasing out process. Yeah.
Usually they're doing that to sort of like.
Ooh, a non-competition clause. That's true.
There's that.
That is
too.
often the case as well.
Well, non-competition. I mean, I don't know for sure, but usually non-competitions start when you leave. Like that's when you sign the paperwork.
Oh, when you actually leave.
Yeah,
It isn't
that's
when you
true.
go on leave.
No, I mean,
Not really.
Not usually, because when you're going on leave, they're still paying you.
Yeah.
Generally, they're still paying.
That's
Sure.
more like a soft severance, but they
Yeah.
want you. Okay, again, supposing a lot here, but they I would assume they want you on the payroll so that like if they need you for transition things.
Yeah.
Because if you're the co-founder of a company and part of the executive team, if you just
Yeah.
peace out, you take a lot of knowledge and information.
True.
with
You're like
you.
training the ones that are coming up.
So you're just sitting at home sipping on a Mai Tai, and then some emails come in. Hey, what's the password to this?
Not
What
a
did
bad
you do?
deal, actually.
Yeah,
No, not at all.
And if you've stewarded Rockstar to the run that they've had and the money they've earned,
Yeah.
I don't think many people are going to be mad about it. Also, it's just like, it's a way for the company to acclimate without you being there while you're still kind of on a lifeline.
Non-competition clauses in Formula One often start from their garden leave. Okay.
It could go any kind
I don't know
of
anything
ways.
about that, but I also love the niche knowledge in chat. Thank you so much. No,
I'm sure
that's
it takes
helpful. That's
a
good
whole
to know.
ton of
I don't know what
forms.
garden leave is either.
I assume it's the slowly phasing out process that
You're
we're
just
talking
standing in your garden.
Yeah.
Hands behind
Oh,
your back.
garden
maybe,
leaf,
maybe that's
yeah.
what it is. It's like
about. Or maybe garden leaf. Maybe he misspoke. Garden leaf is when it begins.
But generally, in the entertainment business, that's not the way it works. Usually, the non-compete clause starts when you leave, and you don't always have them. Sometimes you can leave and do whatever you want. Other times you're under a contract, and if you break that contract and you leave early, you still have the non-compete clause. So there are lots of different ways that it can work. And I'm sure that it just sounds like he was. It sounds like he was done. He probably just started phasing himself out because he was like, I want to go do something. I'm a billionaire or whatever he is. So
Well, and I'm assuming a lot here. This is just my personal take, but I can imagine a guy like that who's worked at that company for that long and seen that many projects like over the course of their 5-6 year development cycle, and now he's out of Red Dead 2. They're working on probably Grand Theft Auto 6, and I can see it's like you've got your money, you've made your name, you've had a career. Like, why keep putting yourself through that?
Yeah.
Especially if you're looking at 6 more years on Grand Theft Auto 6. And it's like, it's a big prestigious game. But yeah, so were all the other ones that they made. So, BB-8's here.
watch it. It's really funny. Darth Vader
Wait, you
cannot
can
kill-
play as BB-8?
Yeah, they just released this.
What does he do?
This.
Rolls.
He rolls.
Stands. Is he like a support? He's
He's like
reveals
he's a
positions.
support hero though.
Oh, he has got a little zapper.
Oh, he's a hero?
Yeah, and then also Darth Vader can't kill him because he's too fast.
Yeah. Oh, popped him.
Oh, he got him.
Yeah, I mean, as far as what it means for leaving, I don't know. We all have this tendency to believe that like there's one amazing name or magnanimous figure that drives everything at a company. Your Steve Jobs, your Elon Musk. To some degree, that can be true, but I would guess where Rockstar is now, which is just producing tons of really huge budget, like ongoing service games and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I don't know that they necessarily need one like cult of personality to lead that up. They have a whole team in place. They have hundreds and hundreds of people that are already doing the work. I don't think it'll affect like the next couple of games. What it might affect is 20 years down the road, if Rockstar needs to pivot, they won't have Dan Houser there to guide that process.
Well, I mean, it's those companies usually start out with some sort of like really, I guess I don't want to say genius, but genius visionary that sort of leads them into the next frontier.
Yeah.
And then from there, it's usually the company gets way bigger. Rockstar's a company. It's got to be thousands of people. Got to be, right? And so at this point, they're, like you said, they're making games as a service. They are a much larger company.
Yep.
And it's not just one dude running 50 people.
I mean, usually what happens here is like the CEO that leaves. I mean, he's got plenty of money, so he's like, I miss the art of games, and then they go back to
they go to the indie. They scale way back.
Yeah, and they'd make a Lawbringers or
I'm kind of
Lawbreakers.
Yeah.
You got the name wrong even.
I'm kind
oh
of
my
waiting
god,
for,
our boys are on there.
Yeah.
I'm kind of waiting for
Oh no.
I'm kind of waiting for perfectly cut. Beautiful. I'm waiting for what is it? I'm waiting for Mike Morhaime to like start a new studio. He's got to be burning a non-compete, and then I'm gonna guess the day after it's up, he's gonna be like, "Hey, I'm back, and I have 10 people, and we're gonna make a game."
I'm sure that's gonna happen.
I'm excited for that. Oh, jeez.
Oh my gosh.
My boys.
What are they doing?
I feel like the role of kind of Bruce, like the role of the person who drives everything. I feel like to some degree their role is to sometimes know how to tell people no. Because it's really easy to just go around and say, yeah, do it.
Yeah.
I feel like a really smart leader, and filling the role of being like the one voice that everyone listens to, is you can come into a room of like 10 department heads who are all like trying to figure out what they're going to do, and then you say, no, this is what we're doing. And then people go and do it.
Somebody who has a vision.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
So I can see that being like, oh, that's neat. I can see that being an effect of somebody who was in that role, or I assume may have filled that role. Mm-hmm. But they had a whole year to see how it went without him in the room, and I can only assume that it was okay.
It was fine. Yeah.
Well, there's also plenty of other people that want to be that person
for sure
in the room. So you just got to pick the right one and actually believe in them. I mean, I've seen a lot of different studios work, and some of them have tried like the equilateral?
Oh, flat
power structure.
Flat management structure. Yeah.
Which is a great concept and like good for morale, but also leads to kind of a chaotic product often because there isn't that kind of same guiding light at the end of the tunnel, and then everything kind of ends up being fringe cases of everything else.
Yep.
So yeah, I don't know. There's definitely some sort of happy medium, I think, where you can have like department leads that have the same shared vision as the creative head, and then everyone else under it still has some level of agency, but it's a very tricky balance. Games are a hard thing to make.
We heard Lawrence and I specifically actually heard some specific developers that I won't name say that there was a flat management structure, but they were like, "No, that's bullshit." Like they say that it exists here, and to a point it does, but really, truthfully, no. There are managers, and they have to lead us, and like. Because it's, I mean, like that's sort of the way structure goes, especially as you get bigger.
It's also just human nature.
Yeah.
People, I think, even if it's possible that a group of people can get together and communally decide what to do, they're out of that just emerges due to personality type and tone of voice and height, like a lot of primate ape brain things. One person that people just listen to. Sometimes that person doesn't even want to be that person, but they're kind of elected that way because people ask them to. Sometimes people want direction, and sometimes they'd like. I mean, the burden of choice is a real thing. You come home at night and you're like, "What do you want to eat for dinner? What do you want to eat?" Yeah. So sometimes it is nice to have somebody who makes those choices for you and gives you clarity and direction. And I think often people they want authority, but they don't want to make the hard decisions, and then they especially don't want to be responsible for the consequences.
No.
Oh, that's awesome. He was chomping on a
jalapeno.
Oh,
it's all coming out. It's all
Who would
coming
let their
out.
child eat a jalapeno?
that was so cute.
So, a lesson well learned.
Yeah, I guess that's true. It's good in life to learn things the hard way sometimes.
Yeah, there's I don't know. It's management. Having done it for years and years and years now, it is weird, man. It is a weird thing that I just like. I learned a lot of lessons and learned how to get good at it or better at it or whatever. I never thought that I was good at it, but to me, every day was a new challenge.
The second you think you're good at management is the day you're awful at it.
Yeah, I agree.
I can't stand people who, first of all, think that management is like prestigious because you're a leader. And I mean, I guess that's neat and all, and I guess humans value the leader.
They do, yeah.
But it is so much, and Bruce, I'm actually fascinated to compare notes with you about this. But oh man, that's just a Pokemon.
I like Fox. It is. You're right.
But like, it seems like being a good leader is more about clearing the way for people and spending all your time to make sure they can do what they need to do, and it's less about like sitting in the captain's chair and being regal and respected.
That's what actually, when I first started working at Rooster Teeth, Matt Holm, he was like, hey, I had been taking some management classes. Matt said this to me, and was like, management's more about clearing the obstacles for people.
Yeah,
it's not about like telling them what to do or getting them to do something you want them to do. It's more about clearing the obstacles of the things they want to do. There you go, Swiggy Steven. And I was like, that's really, and he's totally right. At that point, I'd managed a couple of years already, but I never thought of it that way in such simple terms. And that's truthfully, that really is what it is. And boy, is it hard. It is really hard. I don't know that it ever got any easier. I don't think that it ever got any easier.
Managers also have to often take on the the responsibility of failures while sharing success or giving credit to success to people, so that they feel more motivated. So
you're exactly right.
You kind of have to like remove yourself from the equation unless you can shelter someone from something that's not going to help them.
That's right.
Yeah, which I think is definitely worth a lot.
Yep, you share your success, but you absorb all the failure.
Mm-hmm.
So you really try not to fail, is what it really boils down to.
Throw other people under the bus as quickly as possible. Now, what's interesting is when that system kind of breaks down, then you get like managers who exist in a system, and instead of solving problems, they just try to prevent the problems from occurring in the first place, which is code for getting trying to do nothing at all.
Oh, I see. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Why rock the boat? Why bite off new problems? Why bite off new initiatives? If no one's asking for this, we can just, because then you have no accountability because you weren't trying anything in the first place.
Just coasting.
Yeah. I've known a number of those kinds of managers over my work career, both in like retail and all the way up food service.
Yeah.
And I kind of get it. I guess no one likes to work. Jobs are hard. But at the same time, I'm just like, dang. Once you have other people that depend is a strong word, but are connected to you for their career growth and their job opportunities and their satisfaction in their jobs, to just be like, I'm not going to do anything. And like, if you have any problems, I'll just swoop in, have a 10-minute conversation, and tell myself that all the problems are fixed.
And fix
that again. Not a big fan of that.
What about? I'm curious to hear Criken's perspective, because you've been running your own business for years.
Yeah, I've never really had a manager.
Yeah, no, I know.
The closest thing I guess you can call I was gonna say teachers, but like I think that's a different kind of responsibility.
I would say you personally have to manage a bunch of different people on a daily basis, because whether or not it's people you're working with or people you're working for or whatever else, I don't know. I'm not sure how you see it.
Yeah, no, I definitely do. I think that's been part of my skill set since a really young age. Just from what the hell is that? Hot air balloon lifting a burning ladder.
Lifting a burning ladder.
Awesome.
That's pretty crazy.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know why.
I don't know why I would do that, but I don't. This is a cool visual, I guess. It's been cool. I think the real thing that I learned from doing this over time is like valuing everyone's individual skill and what they're really good at, and then helping them to the fullest potential of that, and then kind of finding a way they can share that with others. And so, what we've kind of done with this online community that like I've helped kind of foster in my Discord of like a bunch of different creators is like we've tried to have, if you have a really passionate idea for something, you can come forward and suggest it, and if it resonates with people, then we get like a whole crew to come together and like we'll try to bring it to life. And so the few projects that we have been able to pull off with that have been really satisfying, and I think have made people feel really kind of creatively fulfilled.
They're really hard though, right?
They are hard. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff behind the scenes that people don't see. I definitely have felt some of the most fulfilled doing that sort of stuff. So I want to do more of that.
It's a good feeling in general, I think, as a human, to get other humans together and watch what happens. Like where you all get to do something with a lot of teamwork, and I've always liked that feeling. That's the way humans work. Humans are social, and they're supposed to work together, and that's why humanity is at where it's at now, because of teamwork, not because of one dude.
Yeah,
so
totally,
or one woman. So it's I don't know. I think it's cool. I think it's really neat that when you can get all together and everybody sort of goes towards one objective, and then it succeeds or it fails. Even when it fails, it's neat. So
you think Grand Theft Auto 6 is going to be awful?
what?
Nah.
Oh, there's some other visionary we haven't met yet that's already
Yeah.
Yeah.
on that one.
I can't. To some degree, I trust the corporate system. It wouldn't just put some asshole in charge of the company. So I'm sure the game will be fine.
No,
And also,
billions of dollars rest on that.
Yeah.
and all the talent that they've cultivated and it seems like are pretty good at retaining. It speaks to a pretty good and sustainable work culture. So yeah, I think what the interesting thing to think about in terms of, to bring it back to Dan Houser, is the worst thing would be for him to lose passion at the job or lose endurance and keep trying to work it anyway.
Oh yeah,
Because that's when it all gets real bad.
then they get resentful or like, and
They
then
start taking it out on their employees.
and they also don't want to work as hard. There are lots of problems with that, and I'm sure Dan Houser knows that. He's been a co-founder and a CEO or whatever he was for years and years and years. So he's aware, and I'm sure that's why he left.
Oh, Iceman writes, when I was a telemarketer, the managers would play shuffleboard while we were on the phone. That's the best. Having a recreational activity within earshot of people who are working.
That was Machinima.
Yeah. Ping pong table machinima. That's
Oh boy,
We
God,
were-
I can imagine that.
We would be. I mean, like one of the favorite stories that we always tell is we would work late every Friday because we had to put videos up on the weekends. But some Fridays, Machinima would throw a party. It was called First Friday, and they used to do it at bars, which was cool. But then they cheaped out, and then started doing it at Machinima. But what they would do is like shut down work at 3 and be like, all right, everybody, let's go fucking party. And then everybody would drink at the office and we'd be there working late. And people would like come in our office and be like, what the fuck are you guys doing? What
Get on out of here!
You want a shot? And we're like, no, dude, we got to finish these videos.
Oh God.
Yeah, that was, and that's like,
painful.
it's particular, it like rubs salt in the wound type thing.
Yeah, especially considering that company was clearly going down. We were the only ones that. I mean, in retrospect, I guess it was good for our careers to keep at it. But,
Absolutely, yeah.
man, when everyone around you doesn't care, that's when it's tough to like try to find it within yourself. Like they clearly didn't care. Man,
Was that a picture of you, Criken?
nice.
I don't own a fedora or a trilby or whatever you want to call it.
Oh man, the greasy.
You
hair
know
poking
this.
out.
I know that about Criken. Criken's the coolest dude in the world.
I'm the coolest dude.
When he arrived at my house, he finger gunned me. He went like this.
Finger guns are cool.
He went like
I have a whole emote for them.
it was very cool. I gotta say.
Wait if you spend channel points to put the little think gun under the finger gun.
Oh,
What does that look
Ooh.
like? Someone do that.
Then you got 3.
Bruce, you got
fingers.
1.8K. Hold on a second.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna
modify a single emote.
let me
There they are.
and then bang.
Oh God, he's like holding the hand. He's
You
helping.
can't move it, can you? All right, it's a triple.
You got a friend. It's teamwork, Bruce.
Yeah.
Sorry, I spent your channel points without asking, but
Hey, you know what? It's all right. I got plenty on your channel too.
Yeah.
I'm gonna redeem those later.
I'm gonna. Well, hold on a minute, Bruce. So based on what we talked about doing the Cyberwatch Sting,
Absolutely, yeah.
I gotta figure out how to do transparent video on top of OBS without crashing encoders. But I know where the link is. I just got to do it. But once I do, Bruce, and this was actually somebody in my chat came up with this. I think it was Zaxby. Anyway, I think I'm going to add something for either like 250 or 500,000 channel points.
Ooh.
Or when you redeem it, it'll do like a roulette wheel, and you either get VIP or you get banned.
Oh, that's great. That's a great idea.
It's a super great idea.
yeah. I
love
So
it.
I'm absorbing it. Actually, people mentioned, Criken, that you know how to integrate with channel points.
Oh, I added one. That was like
okay.
a throwaway one, but there's been an ongoing thing in my chat where I was playing Subnautica, and at some point everyone just kept spamming the Ocean Man copy pasta.
right, yes.
And so one of my mods decided to make Ocean Man a banned word. And so for the last like 3 years, you could not say this phrase, and for no reason. And so everyone, when they wanted to get timed out, would just say it and throw themselves into the void. And
Got
so
it.
that was like the tradition. And so now I added for 100,000 channel points.
Should I time them out? Oh, I can't.
Well, so here's the thing. So for
Make me a
100,000,
mod. Jeez. Sorry.
for 100,000 channel points, you can toggle the Ocean Ban on or off. So
Wait, can
That's
they do it
awesome.
or do you do it?
they do it. So they spend the money, and then I go and
Then
turn it
you
off.
go and do it.
Yes,
Okay.
but
I
100,000's a lot.
Didn't know
so
if it was automated. That's
No,
actually
no.
a super great idea.
yeah, so finally,
then that opens
Did somebody do it?
yeah, someone did it. So now everyone can say it. Eventually, someone will
toggle it off.
and then
Yeah.
you can't say it anymore. So Yeah.
I gotta rack up those channel points.
That's really
that's
fun.
it.
Start saving up.
That's the purpose.
Just leave it going while you're. Oh, we got some copy pops.
Get your chuckles out now, guys, because it's not going to last forever. I know.
Ocean Man's completely allowed and actually invited in my chat when people
boy.
spam it.
Careful what you wish for.
It's no problem.
As after I unbanned it, my chat was unreadable for like the next 2 hours of the stream.
They did it. Flashy Faucet.
Oh my
Flashy
god.
Faucet redeemed Toggle Ocean Band.
Okay,
for
well,
bring it up.
All right, I'm doing it right now. I can't believe we're doing it on
We're
stream.
gonna do it on
Okay.
stream.
Also, Flashy, I
Live.
saw your messages. Thank you.
Get the chuckles out now. Oh, they didn't? No, you're right. They did a slash
That's
me.
bullshit.
You tricked Lawrence,
So
and Lawrence
close.
got me.
I just wanted you to turn it on.
Gooses, you're more than allowed. You keep doing the Ocean Man as much as you want. You put it up in the chat. I love it. Ocean Man's my favorite. My favorite.
Do you know about Ocean Man? I have not.
He taught me about Ocean Man. I actually learned about
I
Ocean
gotta
Man
play
from
Subnautica
Criken.
so bad.
Oh my god, Subnautica's I think my favorite survival game of all time.
So this is something that I guess this might be a little too how the sausage is made, but I typically, as a gamer, both I am prejudiced, so that I'll just get that out of the way right away. But I typically like to play a huge variety of games. I'll like have 5 or 6 games that I rotate through at any given time. I feel like that's really not a good approach for Twitch, though. People seem to really like attaching you with one game for a bit, and then maybe once you finish that or move on, then you switch to something else. I don't know.
It is weird. I've had I go back and forth on this too, where because Ninja would never have gotten as big as he did if he hadn't played Fortnite, right?
Yeah.
And I mean and Ninja's a great gamer, always has. I mean, he really honestly is. He's very, very good at games in general.
Aster, that is some top level trolling, my man.
You redeemed the message for
640.
640.
Sorry, Chris, go ahead.
Almost
so
Aster
desperate.
out. Almost. But I mean, he wouldn't have gotten as big as he had if he hadn't played the biggest game in the world, and played it all the time. And that's kind of one of those things where and I've thought about this. It's like, man, if I were streaming and a game like Apex Legends came out that I actually really enjoyed, would I then play Apex Legends for
go hard?
months? Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know that I could do that. I don't. I mean,
Yeah.
I could try. I could most certainly try, but I don't know that I could do that over and over and over. And people say that you're not going to blow up, you're not going to go viral if you're not playing the biggest game in the world, like Tarkov or Fortnite or whatever else. But you are going to have fall-offs. So, just like Ninja did, where he had the whole Drake thing, that all exploded, and then he took a break for 3 days or whatever and lost 400,000 subscribers or something like that. That's what's going to happen. No one's going to stick with you because they don't like your personality. So it's a gamble. It's a gamble on whether or not you're going to go viral, or
Well, you're not going to keep them all, but you're going to keep some.
you're going to keep some.
I mean,
And then you're probably still going to net ahead than if
Yeah.
you were bouncing all over the place,
That's
right?
probably. I mean, that's only if you go as viral as Ninja.
Well, I look at like Moon or Eris, like Chasing the Puddle. They got big off of Overwatch and fighting games respectively. Actually, I guess Eris probably kind of more of his personality, I guess, really wrote him out. But Moon kept a lot of that, and he's just kind of playing whatever these days.
Are you that good at Overwatch though?
No, but that has started me down a thought process of what am I gonna get at? So maybe I'll become the premier Twitch Tetris 99 player, Bruce.
I mean, you could. Why
Yeah.
not?
Why not?
Here's the thing: you better settle in because it'll be about 6 months of Tetris 99.
yeah.
I don't know if I like that or I'm terrified of that.
I mean, I'm not terrified of it. If you really like Tetris 99, you could probably play it a lot. But that much?
Oh yeah, I could just watch hentai on stream. Jesus, easy. I'm done. There's so much of it too.
I never told you guys about. Okay, I had an idea for a really fucked up
Really sweet porn.
stream idea.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
Well, actually, first on that earlier note, I wanted to comment that I think variety streaming is the only way to really feel. Well, I don't want to say only, but for most streamers I've talked to, variety is almost necessary to feel content streaming as a career long time.
Because you can change. A
Yeah,
lot,
you can do what you want, and I've tried to always mix it up, so I'm not playing the same game more than 3 days in a row, which might be counter to growth. I don't know. I haven't really thought about it that much, but yeah, I don't know. If you really want to just grow and get an audience, then going hardcore into one community is a really good way of kind of penetrating that and getting a lot of new viewers. But then retaining them from your personality, that needs to be done through a lot of kind of slow stepping and opening them up to new experiences through same genre games, and then eventually different genre games, talk shows. It's an ongoing thing. Switching gears back to the hentai thing you mentioned, I had an idea for a stream which I don't know if it even qualifies as TOS. So this is a
Oh, I
question.
can't wait.
Absolutely does.
I want to do it.
Okay.
I'm in.
I'm in.
I was thinking it would be funny to stream where you had a monitor. You know, like how you can have like a multi-monitor setup.
Mm-hmm.
You have a monitor up top that is the cops are already on. You can have a monitor up top, and you put up there a like non-stop porn feed.
And so you just react to it,
and you just have it muted, and you try to do your stream as normal, where like you're doing a display capture of your main screen, and the entire time there's just the worst shit possible is like filtering your face.
Why?
It's a challenge, man.
That's the worst.
People want challenges.
I like the reactions would be strong, but like there's something interesting about curiosity of like you think it would engage and it attracts people, but then people just really, really, really want to know what it is, and they get really frustrated if they can't. So if you're like, oh, why there? Then everybody's gonna be like, oh, what is it? And they're gonna try to figure it out.
Well,
so
and then you can't link out.
You can't wear your glasses either. People can't see that reflection.
Yeah.
When you can't.
I mean, you could, but then they won't see it well enough, and they're just like, oh, I saw a leg.
You couldn't link out to that feed though. I don't think on Twitch, like being like, here's what I'm watching.
Oh no! You would never.
Not.
You would never do that.
People, what I guess would be fun is like you gave people hints, and then they tried to time your reactions by what happens in the show and figure out what you're watching.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I'm gonna as kind of I guess is what related to previous topic is I'm grinding through Witcher 3, which is fucking awesome. I love that game. And as I'm going, I'm peppering in like more and more ridiculous mods, which also figuring out that Witcher 3 can be a bit of a bitch to mod. But figuring it out. Anyway, I want to start peppering in some horny mods. Get some like the trick is
Hell yeah.
boy, there's not a whole lot of like I'm gonna say a tasteful horny mod.
No, there's no.
It's typically just
Peaceful.
They're
made by gamers.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I will say Dragon Age Origins has a fair amount. I mean, they've got many horny mods, but the horny mods are usually in the form of a romance scene that they added.
Yeah.
But they also are like hard boning romance scene added. But they're the funniest mod that I've seen because I did a fair bit of modding for Dragon Age leading up to my series with it. And the one that I couldn't add is, of course, the nudity mod, where if you're stripped down, of course, there's no underwear. You're just kind of full on.
This is a dick.
Yeah, full on dick. Oh, I got 2 stories actually about nudity mods. So this one was my viewers told me there's a scene in the DLC for Dragon Age where you go back to the place of the first battle, and spoiler alert: the king you first meet in the beginning of the game has like 50 death flags in his dialogue. He's like, we'll talk about that after the battle. Like, I never thought of it that way. Like, you might actually be a great leader one day, and then just fucking, of course, dies.
And then he dies.
Yeah, so he's dead. We all knew that was coming. But if you go back to the place where that battle happened, to recover
his ghost,
to recover his corpse, the enemies, who are basically like goblins and trolls, have like propped him up on a cross like Jesus, where he's like stuck out like with like things all over him. But he's also naked, and so if you have the naked mod, the camera just pans down from his head to his crotch, and there's just a straight on full hard on dick, just the full picture of the screen. Sorry,
Were you streaming it?
No. I didn't have the mod enabled.
I mean, that wouldn't necessarily run afoul of Twitch's TOS,
well,
would it?
it's a mod. It's a mod you downloaded.
Well, even still, you're not like.
I think it would. Because
I think you can get a peener shot in. You just can't have it. Like, my understanding is that, like, you can have sex. Maybe you can't just show straight intercourse. You can have nudity.
No, Witcher sex is fine on Twitch.
Yeah,
it is fine.
there's just a
If
little
you're not,
nip.
what my mods actually checked into was that if you are calling attention to it, meaning
Yeah.
like playing it over and over, being like, whoa, check out his dick.
If you're focusing on it. But,
well, that's if it's in the base game. If you're modding it in, then that's not okay.
That might be a little.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, because then it shows intent to show nudity.
Oh,
that
that makes total sense.
Yeah.
And you're dialing up more nudity that was in the original creator's intent.
Yes, exactly.
With the art. Okay.
There is, I would argue, another side of this argument, and I discovered this the hard way through a good friend of mine, Inferno Plus, made the mod Cursed Halo, which you might have seen on YouTube. He's actually got a new mod coming out this Friday that I was going to invite you guys to try out.
Whoa!
Yeah, so that's coming in 2 days. But his old mod had a D20 grenade, where when you throw this D20 grenade, it does a random effect. It can be a nuke that kills everyone on the map. It can be literally growing a tree. It can be spawning a flying warthog. It can be spawning civilians that just run around and get killed. It's like a ton of things.
Okay.
But the one that I didn't know existed until
it happened
on stream was you throw the grenade, and it just spawns something shadowy in the distance, and I'm like, what is that? And I get closer until it's lit up, and it's a full-on 3D model of Thanos with a giant horse cock just like fucking between his legs, posing like this. And I just see that on screen and scream and spin the camera around, and it was terrifying. So,
but you weren't banned. That's good.
I wasn't banned. It was shadowy enough. It was in the distance enough.
That's important.
He didn't tell me exactly it was coming, so I had no idea it was in the mod. But
I'm glad that you're still here.
Maybe Twitch didn't see it, so now I'm outing myself.
Call attention. You should delete the VOD.
There is a clip of this somewhere, I think,
right.
which I probably should delete also. But
it seems like he reacted appropriately.
Yeah.
That's another thing. I think Twitch will generally be nice. There's a lot of people that say Twitch is like, oh my gosh, you're so unfair with their TOS, blah, blah, blah. And yes, to a certain extent they are. But generally, if you show remorse, like you didn't mean to.
I didn't focus on, I didn't go up and be like, wow, look at that.
Yeah.
I'm as soon as I noticed.
See all the veins.
Yeah. No, that's good. That's good.
Someone, I guess this might be a bit of a shift here, but I saw someone in my chat imploring the wisdom of intelligent young men, which I think we have here in spades.
Okay.
That was a fart sound.
That's a didgeridoo.
Okay.
I've gotten 8 spam calls today.
Oh no.
Yeah, I've started adding them to my block list. It's weird.
The real question is, why is your phone not on silent,
Because
pal?
it never rings. Sorry,
Okay.
Go ahead, Lawrence.
I was getting a ton, but they were actually coming from the same numbers, which is rare. So you might want to look at your call.
I've gotten all different numbers. All
okay.
Yeah.
Why would a man, strong, young, attractive man, ghost on a young lady?
What's it meaning, like if
Just not,
like Tinder,
just
or
completely stop responding? Yeah.
because there's another person in the picture. Generally,
Ah.
that's almost always the answer.
That's a lot of it.
It is very rare that somebody's ghosting you, and they're ghosting you because they're like done with you. Usually, it's because there's somebody else.
They feel guilty.
And they're either that or they've just moved. They've moved to the next stage with the other person,
and they don't feel like it's worth.
And like for me, when I was dating 3 years ago or whatever it was, I actually went out of my way to text people and be like, hey, I'm letting you know, like, I'm starting to date this person, so I'm sorry, and whatever. And then people would get mad, or people would be like, okay, or whatever. But at least because I didn't want to get ghosted, so I tried to treat people with the same respect. So
I did something similar, and I actually got like, well, thank you for letting me know.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, awesome, okay.
Yeah, no, and people do that. They'll be like, oh, thank you. Thanks for telling me, then that's closure or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I'm trying to think about the reasons why somebody would ghost someone else.
They get busy. When I've had that situation, I've just not had any space to think about it.
The
thing that I would
afterwards.
I guess speaking from the perspective of somebody that might happen to, how often would you say it has to do with something that they have done or said or expressed? Like you have a conversation and then there's like red flags that hit somebody and they're just like, man, fuck it, I'm done with that.
Because
it's
I've
interesting.
had that happen before too.
Okay, because the two examples you brought up are more on the person who's doing the ghosting and not the person who got ghosted, which is interesting. I feel like if that happened to me, I would own that a little more. Be like, oh, I must have messed up or something. Yeah. But that's not a healthy way to approach.
It's because Criken sent that Thanos cock picture over and over.
Yeah, they don't respond after that. I don't know why.
It's such a big dick.
That's impressive. Why? What do you?
I love Thanos' butt. It's so cute.
He does have a good butt.
And that's
we don't agree about
not
that.
Sexual. Tie it back to what we started with.
Wait, it's not?
Wait, it's not?
No, I just think he's got a cute butt. I don't want to stick anything in it.
Okay.
Plus,
sounds like you might be attracted to it.
Yeah, you can still be attracted without sticking something in it.
It's not bad looking at, but I don't want to have sex with it. Well, never actually,
Thanos' dick's so big, so balanced.
Blazy. So balanced. Nice job. When do you need to leave? I know you need to go soon.
Yeah, I got about 10, 15 minutes.
Oh, hey, it's Gus.
It's Gus. It's baby Gus.
Gus is on Reddit.
With his naked Gus next to him for some reason.
He's got a lot of those, doesn't he?
He does.
It's mostly just the one of him with his legs crossed.
Yeah,
I
love it. It's my favorite.
It's a really good photo.
And there's also the one of him in the fire. I've seen more pictures of him without clothes than with clothes, I think.
Well, that's because Gus is a funny man and he knows he's funny, so he's really good at taking funny pictures.
Oh, yes.
He's really, really good at it.
How did everyone feel about the whole Baby Peanut thing? I don't know if you saw the commercial.
I didn't even watch it.
It's
Okay.
kind of,
Baby Nut.
I mean, it's kind of masterful marketing, isn't it? It's the first big brand. Well, big is the wrong word. But it's the first, like, I guess, ancient brand that actually managed to reinvent its image in the modern ecosystem of internet
Yeah,
humor.
it's just copying Baby Yoda. As soon as Baby Yoda came out, they're like,
That's what Autumn said.
we got to do that, and they just fucking.
But it's working,
Made
isn't
that their whole. I mean, it's working, but I'm just
I
annoyed.
bet you tweeted about hashtag baby nut.
I didn't actually. I'm about to. I have a killer tweet already lined up for it. Just you wait, because my last one went viral. I don't know if you saw.
Wait, why'd you scroll away? What are you looking at?
I was looking at this. It's BoJack. In season 2, they break the discount art store. Wait, unless this is not BoJack.
It is. Yeah. It's on our BoJack Horseman.
They had like the famous poker picture, but the dogs are colorblind, so they don't know who's winning. And
so the grid has like 2 examples of people winning.
yeah,
That's cute.
I've watched the most recent
I'm a big
season.
fan of BoJack.
I haven't
Yeah.
watched the most recent season. Have you?
I'm like halfway through it. But yeah, BoJack is fantastic.
I've only seen like the first 3 episodes, but I enjoyed them.
BoJack's first season,
It
I think,
gets a lot better.
It's not very good.
Yeah.
I actually think
I
it's-
even still liked it.
I think it's like, and then as it goes on, it becomes more serious, and it just feels more of like not even a drama, but it's more of like a tragic comedy. It's good. It's really good.
I'm into it.
Yeah, it's really, really
No,
good.
that's exactly my thing.
Oh, that's Grant Gustin. That's The Flash. I have finished part 4 of JoJo. There's part 5 left apparently that it's not on Hulu, and I will not be paying any money to watch it. So,
I'll pick up the DVDs for you, and you can hit me back, Bruce.
I was gonna say, somebody want to lend me that, whatever? Because somebody was like Crunchyroll. I was like, nope, I'm not paying for it.
You can use the Blu-ray rental service that operates out of Ohio that I use.
Oh, for anime?
Yeah.
Why don't you
It's-
use Crunchyroll?
Because they don't have Dragon Ball Z Kai. Nobody does.
Got it.
You got to buy it on disc. That's it. Funimation rules.
I see.
So yeah, I'm getting it one disc at a time. Almost done with the Cell Saga. Who can say what's going to happen? It's all up in the air now, Bruce.
Now they're talking about anime again for
Yep.
You love
our
anime.
audio listeners.
You love anime.
There was actually a pretty good anime headline this week. There was a Funimation outright canceled a series because it was getting too anime. Yeah.
Did they say that it was too anime?
You might want to look up their wording, but that's essentially that. If you read between the lines, that's essentially what it is. There was a show where
Someone
Maybe I gotta roll back
posted
a
the
bit.
clip and then got timed out by my
Immediately
autopilot.
deleted.
from the show.
No, they
Thanos
posted a
stick.
clip from
Oh,
the Thanos
okay,
stick.
nice.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's so to set the stage, there's something in it.
Oh no, man, that's bad. Always check your blind spot. He's right.
Yeah, please.
He's right.
So there's something in anime called Monster Girls, right? We've had guns that turn into girls. We've had World War II battleships that turn into girls.
You
Yeah.
have?
Yeah.
Of course.
Girls Frontline.
I know
dude.
this.
It's whoa.
I've seen that.
Yeah.
So now there are monster girls, which is like traditional like fairy tale monsters, your hippogriffs, your lamias, what have you. But it's cute anime girls. So there is a show, Interspecies Reviewer, I believe it's called, where basically there are there are brothels that stock various monster girls, and then there are people who go to those brothels and bang those monster girls.
All right.
And then they review their services.
This is a show or a hentai?
It's a show, or it might be a hentai. I don't know. I think it straddled the line a little too hard.
Okay.
I haven't seen it yet. Very excited, but it got removed from Funimation and Crunchyroll. So I don't
This
know.
is a hentai.
Is it?
It sounds like it. I don't know how you could not make this a hentai.
I'm throwing this one to chat. You guys got to catch me up on this because I haven't partaken myself yet.
I didn't realize this is a meme now.
Oh, that's great. Oh man, those rotary engines, you can't kill them. They just don't die. They stopped showing. Oh, hold on. They stopped showing it. Stay. Stop.
They
Okay.
were showing the censored version, and everyone was going to the other sites for the uncensored.
Oh, really?
Funny. Yeah, so that's what I was
That
thinking.
sounds like a different sort of narrative than maybe.
Well,
Didn't they say it like didn't match their standards for anime or whatever?
maybe.
Why would they stop showing
like
it?
it's like if you're making something that is like half hentai, half not.
Yeah, it's called ecchi. Thank
It's just
you.
both sides are going to be left wanting. You
That's
know.
not true at all. Some people enjoy the titillation.
All right, Lawrence.
Some people do enjoy the titillation, but then they end up just masturbating.
Yeah, and then they get it over with.
Nah, once you watch enough of it,
Then they
your
tune
brain
into a
burns out.
Bruce stream and they just get it over with.
Yeah.
My streams have never been about masturbation.
Yeah, sure.
And I discourage masturbation unless it is purely for prostate health.
Yes.
Prostate
Prostate health.
Prostate
Okay.
health.
All right.
I've heard that if you do not exercise the prostate regularly, It is bad for it, and you may get prostate.
That's
real
why
humor philosophy, Bruce.
You're like the martyr. You're taking on all of these unwanted
once a day.
Poor coomers
Exercise
onto
it
you.
once a day.
And happen to be exactly during the time slot of your stream.
That's right.
This happened. Okay, we understand.
I also just started My Hero Academia. I only watched the first episode.
Oh, that's a great series.
And if it plays out like all of other anime, I'll love the first 5, hate the next 13, and then love the last 5. So I'm looking forward to it.
Wow.
It maintains pace okay.
Does
I can't stand freaking Deku Crybaby. That's one of the only animes I've seen.
He
I watched
He's the main character.
Yeah, so whenever he's on the screen, I'm like, ugh, and I like fast forward, I think, because I just want to get to the other cool shit. The world is cool.
Do you
I
not like
the idea.
aspirational characters that are like...
Not when they just keep crying. Like
He doesn't have a quirk, Criken.
yeah, fucking find one or just get over it already. He's just like constantly crying.
He has moments where he actually changes as a character. He doesn't cry as much as the show goes on. There's still elements of that, though.
No spoilers in the chat.
Yeah,
Lawrence's
no spoilers.
Chat.
Jeez.
Come on. I don't even know who that character is. You're trying to spoil it.
Wait, what did they spoil? Oh,
I don't know what it is. I don't want to know.
What are you even talking about? That's not... He's not even right.
Also, they're really... Honestly, spoilers in anime don't even really count.
No.
You know what the fuck's going to
Yeah,
happen
if
when you
you-
first start watching the show.
Well,
They telegraph it
Yeah.
20 episodes previous.
Because it's all comfort food. I take that back. There are some animes.
Attack on Titan is not.
Yeah.
That's why I love Attack on Titan, because it's like out of the blue, it starts like throwing lore at you that you didn't know existed. And if you go back and watch the show or think about it, you're like, holy shit, that all plays into what they did. It's really cool.
Yeah, Ghost in the Shell is real solid,
Yeah.
and actually like a show that has great writing that you really have to pay attention to.
Yeah.
But yeah, most of it is. I mean, same ratio applies to everything in life. 99% of it is trash.
Trash.
Basically, I watched Interspecies Reviewer for you, and they use hot dogs to f a monster girl. Okay.
Yeah, they watched it for you.
Well, all right.
Austin,
I asked him
Austin
to.
Says they
I asked
watched...
him to go and give me a report.
All right.
Austin, you're over 18, aren't you? Just say yes, please.
Oh, he is. I've met him
thank
in
God.
person.
Oh, okay.
I met him in person.
That's a good tattoo. No, it's not.
Wait,
it's not
what
a good tattoo, but I'm happy it exists.
That's delightful. It's like driving on a little spaceship. Oh, it's
Yeah.
like Men in Black, right?
I guess it is.
God, that'd be so unsettling. Like during
guess it
sex or
is.
something.
Yeah,
Can
it
you
is.
imagine this little meat body being piloted by a man?
With a giant head.
I would never have sex with this man anyways.
That's true. But I'm just, I'm an empathetic person. I can put my imagination in other things.
Do you have any tattoos, Criken?
No, I've thought about getting them, but I haven't
Lawrence, what do you do?
cared about anything enough
Not
to
yet.
get a tattoo of it.
I basically like it's a fitness goal for me. If I get my body to like the shape that I want, then I will celebrate by adorning it with art.
We all need to dye our hair blue,
Oh,
like a streamer, and
Thought
then
you were
get,
gonna go, like,
get a bunch of
like
like a
tattoos.
streamer.
Like a streamer.
Oh my god, can you imagine?
What?
Just all of us with blue hair going to get tattoos.
yeah.
Yeah, I can.
We can make
Jesus.
content out of it.
It
We'll all
sounds
be
like
on our phones.
The greatest night ever.
I'll wear my goggles. My
steampunk
steampunk
goggles.
goggles. Yeah.
Yeah, you can get like a big brass gear tattooed over your heart because it means so much to you.
It works like this.
Yeah, it's the machinery that drives my
heart
soul.
is a cog.
Oh my god.
What would you get tattooed, Criken? If anything. Now you don't have to say like you say something that you thought about. You don't have to say what you're gonna get.
Some sort of goofy
Oh.
little face or like icon or character.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I play so many characters. I think I would get something that feels like it's representative of.
People keep saying
Never said
Edward.
Edward, yeah.
I'm not getting Edward. Jesus Christ.
Edward.
It's like a rotting tomato. I would just get on my fucking shin.
I don't know what Edward is.
He's my icon in Discord, and he's
Oh.
like the character
yeah.
I made for Dark Souls.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
like this red. There's that little guy. He's like the smiley little
Oh,
red
that's who
character.
that is.
He's a
yeah.
nightmare.
I've seen him in your startup animations
Yeah.
and stuff.
Yeah, he's someone.
He's a literal nightmare. Lawrence, what about you?
I have three now. One is from there's a series Mother, which is just JRPGs.
Yeah.
Mother 2 or Earthbound in America meant a lot to me when I was growing up. So
There you go.
the logo Mother though, the O is like a planet. It's like a two-tone planet, so just get that planet somewhere.
That's cool.
There's the logo for Final Fantasy IV. Also has amazing artwork of like a dude in armor like holding his arm out. So that'd be cool. 4 is not super my favorite, but that logo is super cool. And then I also wanted to get something like cyberpunk-y.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But I don't know. I don't know about that. I thought about like getting some kind of like circuitry shit with just like one little like
cool.
line that's coming up, but I've been told by people who know that do not get a neck tattoo in any case, in any regard, no matter what. If you're not that kind of person,
Well, you can't hide it. It would always be there.
but it also like having neck tattoos is a certain class of person that I am not. I've never stabbed somebody, so
But you could.
You could.
you
always start
You know
today.
what? Right as I go into the tattoo parlor.
Yeah, you're like,
All right, here's the knife. Do me up.
I don't know what I would get. I really
Yeah?
don't. I don't know that there's anything that means that much to me.
Get the little like chili from Chipotle.
you think that guy's
I know. Leaning too much into the image. Bruce, get a real big fish logo, Bruce.
Man, I regret that immediately. As soon as I got it put on my body. If anybody got any ska tattoos, they immediately regretted it. I promise you that. I don't think there's anybody out there that's like, I am so glad I got that ska tattoo 20 years ago.
You love ska.
You could get just a checkerboard over your whole
but
face,
I love lots
Bruce.
of things. I love
Just put
Star
lots of
Wars.
things on your
I
body.
love Star Wars. I don't know that I'd ever put anything Star Wars
Yes,
on
put a
my
Yoda. Coward.
Put a Yoda.
body. Just put a Yoda.
Put a Yoda there.
I hope they really pull a Game of Thrones with Baby Yoda. Like he just turns super evil at some
I
point.
hope.
So everyone buying the
There's no
merch
way,
and getting the
There's no way.
tattoos.
There's no way.
Yeah. Daenerys Targaryen, ring a bell.
How about this? If we get 50,000 subs, I'll do JoJo kanji on my arm.
Sick. Oh, like the
It's just any one of them. 50,000. Get me there.
menacing kanji.
I like setting these goals really, really high because they'll never do it. They'll never do it.
I want that shit, dude. We could be menacing bros. We could pose together.
JoJo kanji?
Yeah, dude. Let's do it.
You want to do it with
I mean,
us?
wait,
I don't know
50,000
any of these
subs.
words.
though.
Criken?
No.
You want to do it with us?
I'll get the tears of Deku on my fucking face.
Well, he's got a logo, right? It's like the little bunny ears.
Ah. I don't care.
You didn't get that far. He stops
only-
crying at a certain
I've
point.
Okay.
only watched the one episode.
Not that you have to, but
I've only watched the
My
one.
Hero is it's essentially a
It's One Punch.
It's a carbon copy of Naruto, actually. It's,
Oh, okay,
it's like
alright.
kids with magical powers in school, and they all have like different powers and different visual stylings. But they're in school, so they have tests, and they have. But then the bad guys come in during the test, and it's like it's beat for beat, nearly exactly the same show.
It's also every CW show. Every
That's
CW
true.
show is
Yeah.
exactly that. They all have superpowers, but they also have to like make out with their girlfriend, and then there causes problems. So
Yeah,
it's
it's a Spider-Man formula,
yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
Except Deku don't mess with no trifling hoes. He's all about just hero work. Except no, wait, never mind. There's that one weightless girl. Never mind. Urara, whatever her name is.
I don't know. I've only watched the first.
Chaco,
episode.
you guys know. Come on.
Do you need to go?
Oh,
Yeah.
It looks like you're getting ready to go. So go ahead.
I got a jet.
You're gonna miss my my energy drink sponsor, Criken.
Well, then do it as I leave.
Okay.
So he doesn't listen.
Yeah, that way he won't be able to outbid me for another sponsorship. Again.
Is that what happened last time?
I think so.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, that kind of lame.
I told you by not engaging, they want you more than if you were to engage.
I'm still gonna stick to my strategy. Actually, it's not working yet. But what is going on there?
I think it's in Red Dead. Yeah.
Oh.
It's in Red Dead. They found it in Red Dead.
Bleh.
Oh,
They're like an alien.
whoa.
It's really cool.
I love that.
Yeah, it's really cool.
Huh.
From a photo group in. Someone stole a stagecoach and crashed it. It's come out of the part you usually can't open.
That's awesome. Yeah, it's super
Huh. I love the idea that like
cool. Got a jet. Got a blast.
yeah,
Got a blast.
hot dip.
Do you say that at the end of your stream?
No.
Got a blast.
I should.
He did the finger guns. You know he's cool enough for it.
I love
blast.
I love Jimmy. Jimmy. Oh, Jimmy.
What is that?
Jimmy Neutron. I'm playing the Carl Weezer voice.
Oh, I didn't watch Jimmy.
Oh my god, I
I'm
forget how
sorry.
young
I'm too
I am
old, I'm too
sometimes.
old, I'm
yeah.
too old.
Captain of the Zoomers.
That's my fault. That's my fault.
Oh, all right. Well,
Travel safe.
yeah, I will see you
Thanks
guys
for coming.
later.
See you later.
I'm
You have a
leaving
good
you in the capable hands. Hey, my chat, these guys will be your new parents.
We're your new dads.
For only like 30 minutes though, so
Yeah.
don't worry about it.
Cute dad stream.
All right, see you guys in a bit.
See you, man.
Bye, Criken. Ride
Criken.
safe.
All right, now that he's gone.
No, you do your energy drink sponsorship.
Yeah, this is a big
Hit it.
deal. All right, so. Wait, hold.
Wait until I walk out the door.
Wait. Okay, so.
Door's closed. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
So big news this week. Fast 9 trailer. John Cena.
I haven't watched it yet.
What?
Is it cool?
It's very cool.
Oh, I'm sure it is.
It's extremely cool, Bruce. And yet again, underground street racing will suddenly become in the zeitgeist of American culture.
Wait, what?
Yes.
Those movies aren't about underground street racing at all anymore.
What? No, I mean,
They're about, like,
yeah,
saving
but
the world
people
and
know
shit.
the DNA is still there. It's cars got to go fast. Is my point.
That's
and
true,
everyone's
you're right about that.
Everyone's going to be on that tick real hard. And as you know, I've latched my brand to the Fast and Furious
Yeah, you've
franchise.
loved Fast and Furious for years.
I was early on it, and it's only brought me success, fame, fortune.
That's right.
Universal acclaim.
I would agree. Yeah.
Governmental awards, all
of it.
sorts of
All of it, yeah.
everything. So that's why I finally found the perfect match. Bing is yesterday's news. I should have known that. Didn't work out. They didn't write to me, maybe because I don't.
What was it? Oh, Bing.
Yeah,
that's right.
Bing.
Not the search engine, everybody.
Well, you know,
Bing, the
cross-branding.
energy drink.
Cross-branding.
Right.
How many times I gotta say it? So this time though, this is it. The connection's too strong. You're looking at it.
They've been around for years.
It's NOS, Bruce.
Yeah, it's-
Like the cars.
was this an energy drink before the original Fast and Furious? I don't think it was it?
I don't know, because I started noticing it after that movie came out.
While you talk about NOS,
Yeah, look it up. So yeah, this is going to supercharge me, much like a certain fluid supercharged the physiques of both John Cena and Vin Diesel. John Cena looks weird in that movie. Is it just me? He looks kind of weird. I mean, he looks great, but he also looks kind of weird. He looks like really skinny, like super skinny, but he's still jacked. Anyway, I pound one of these bad boys. Nas gets a load of this guy getting on board with the franchise, and they can't wait. They can't say no, Bruce. They can't.
I mean, you're right.
How are they going to?
They're not going to.
It's impossible. The branding is too ripe. Also, this has way too much sugar in it.
So Fast and Furious came out 4 years before this energy drink.
Wow.
So they may have spawned this energy drink. And I'm actually surprised that there's never been an integration between NOS and Fast and Furious.
Isn't that weird?
Yes.
Maybe I'm the one, much like Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson holding a chain in one hand and the back of a tow car in the other.
From
maybe
Hobbs and-
I'm the
is that
one
Hobbs and
to
Shaw?
yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I'm the one to bring these brands together. Me is the middle.
I mean,
then I
I'm
get all
looking
the
forward
money.
to it. I think we should all back Lawrence in his dream.
And I got ties into Cyberpunk now. The cross
You
branding.
don't have those. Stephanie
Well,
does.
I mean, come on, Bruce. What is she gonna do without me?
I mean,
I sit at home all day. She
she's
can't.
a strong, independent woman.
I mean, she is, but I did the dishes before I came over here.
That's good. That's good for you.
Tit for tat.
That's a
dude.
good boyfriend.
Yeah, I try.
That's a good boyfriend.
Uh,
how does it taste?
I haven't popped it yet. I've been shaking it up a little bit, so I'll try it very careful. There we go. That's the hiss of the
Of the NOS going into the engine.
and then,
And then when you put it in your body, it's when it revs it up.
man, remember that. Let's. This is part of the branded segment here. This is part of the ad read.
It's no ad read, by the way. We're not sponsored.
Yeah, no, but not yet. Not yet. This is just a little taste. Just like this taste of Nas. Oh, that's sweet.
I've heard that there's a ton of sugar in
Yeah,
it. Like,
there's
even more so than normal.
An
energy
outrageous amount of sugar in this. Yeah, one can has 102% of your daily amount of sugar in it.
Oh my god.
210 calories. By far the most caloric energy drink we've sponsored on this podcast.
Holy shit.
NOS. It tastes like that one scene in Fast and the Furious where you got to like see the NOS go into the engine and combust and then come out the exhaust.
I love
Remember
that scene.
was
It's so
sick.
cool.
Fast and Furious 1 actually had some legitimate driving stunts.
It's a good movie.
It is actually a fun and legitimately good
Fast
movie
and Furious
too.
1 is a good movie. I don't know. I can't remember if Too Fast, Too Furious is a good movie.
It's not. It's fun and dumb, but it's mostly saccharine.
Three is okay, right?
Tokyo Drift is more than okay. It's the fantasy that I want to live every day of my life.
I mean, it's a good movie.
I want to be a 40-year-old Texas guy that moves to Japan and goes to high school.
And then also, the fourth one is garbage, by the way.
Yeah,
it's really bad.
I went back and watched it again. It wasn't as bad as I remember, but it takes itself so seriously. Is the problem.
Then Fast 5 is awesome.
Yeah, Fast 5 is when like it actually picked up stride. 6 is also super good, and then it's kind of declining from there, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh, look at that burb. That's a good burb. Crows are big, man. I saw one in a parking lot. It kind of freaked me out.
They're also apparently very smart.
Yeah.
Crows are apparently some of the smartest animals that exist.
Oh, do you think Gal Gadot can come back if Han can? I think it's pretty likely.
Scott Joseph.
There was no corpse, and I said this. I was screaming it in the theater when Gal Gadot just
shut up.
She just falls into a black void. I'm like, there's no corpse. She's coming back. But yeah, justice for Han hashtag. Here's a little fun fact for you, Bruce.
I'm ready.
They never say it in the movies. It's a side shot of one monitor. His name is Solo Han because he's Korean, but his name is actually Han Solo. Isn't that funny? They always just call him Han, but his Sol-O Han. Get it? And he dies.
These movies aren't good. Hobbs and Shaw. I went and saw Hobbs and Shaw in theaters.
Hobbs and Shaw was fun.
Yeah. But it was just like, it got me. It's just like Rise of Skywalker.
At some point it's just too much.
It's just too much, and like at some point it was just way too much, and I was like, this is too much, Like the whole like they can't control their guns because they're not connected to the internet or whatever. So then that's why they fight them with their sticks on the island. I was like, I was just like,
you gotta come up with some kind of gimmick.
I know, you're right.
I do enjoy tracking the gimmick of why the action hero doesn't just get shot right away.
Yeah.
And my absolute favorite, and the one that shockingly made the most sense, was in Transporter 1. Jason Statham rolls up, he's brawling people, and then they send somebody down to like the locker to get all the guns. The guy sticks the key in, and he's like, "Oh, Jason Statham's there!" Kicks him, and like the key breaks off in the lock.
So you can't open the lock.
Yeah, it's a really quick shot, and then they've already established that all the guns are in that locker, and they can't get to him now. So now they got to douse themselves in oil and wrestle.
See, I kind of appreciate when movies will at least give me a throwaway scene or a line telling me why something did or didn't happen. I actually really like that a lot.
Yeah.
And when they start to just like gloss over those things, or they probably cut them out in the editing process, is probably what happens. Yeah. Then to me that becomes a worse movie, because then if you really start to think about it, you go, ooh, what? Why did they do that? And then there's no explanation, and you just go, this, ugh, I don't like it. Point of no return for me. Some people don't have that though. Some people just, who cares? Turn your brain off, watch it.
Well, it's fascinating to bring that up because action movies have an element of unbelievability to them. Yeah. That people can survive the things they go through.
Right.
And it really is a balancing act of asking a certain amount of belief from the audience, but then reinforcing that with explanation.
Yeah.
My favorite are the ridiculous movies that establish tone in such an effective way that you can't help but be along for the ride. Kingsman is super good at that.
I think it's really good at it.
It opens with money for nothing blaring and awesome just super fast-paced shootout stuff. So immediately you know what the tone of the movie is going to be.
That's right.
One of my favorite movies that escalates in tone, where each time it's just a little bit more, is Transporter 2.
Yeah.
Which is, I mean, frankly, I feel like with Fast 9, there's if you haven't seen the trailer, there's a part where there's a suspension bridge that I guess Vin Diesel was gonna drive across, but it falls like Indiana Jones or whatever. So then he sizes it up and he does all the fucking physics in his head, and he drives over one of the ropes that's still connected. Mm-hmm. The anchor catches on the axle of the car, and then he bungee swings the car.
How did he know that was gonna happen?
Because he knows, Bruce. He knows cars. There's something that is full on Transporter 2 absurdity where it escalates in stupidity until at one point,
I know what you're talking about.
Jason Statham gets in his car. He sees the reflection of a bomb under his car. Yeah. He hits a ramp, flips it, and knocks it off with a hanging crane. And then lands with a cool thing.
It's ridiculous. That was the end of the movie for me.
When that happened. That knocked you out?
I was like, we're done. That was it. And also, I think the effect is really bad.
It's super bad CGI. Yeah.
I think, Criken, you didn't miss anything. Criken's in the chat.
Criken did chat.
You didn't miss anything. We've only been talking shit about you for a while.
Did you get Chinese yet?
Did he bring his Switch? I didn't see a Switch in his hand.
He's all about those Lumas now. You got a remote into your PC.
The Temtem Lumas. I forgot about those.
The big difference between those who liked episode 9 and those who didn't: if you can turn your brain off, you like it. If you can't, you don't.
Well, so
I disagree. I can turn my brain off pretty effectively, and I still didn't like it.
Cloudless, I can too. I sort of proud myself on that because I could go through Hobbs and Shaw. I was like, all right, yeah, I had a little fun. But then as soon as somebody starts talking about it, or as soon as you start to think about it at all, it goes away. And that was the problem with Star Wars, is that I love thinking about Star Wars. So I saw the movie and then immediately started thinking about it because that's what I like to do. And I went, uh-oh. My brain immediately couldn't account for all the things that happened in the movie.
Yeah.
And then I went, oh no, that wasn't good.
Well, the problem is a mismatch in tone because, episode 9, and this is my take. I'm not good enough to be a film critic, but it asks you to take it seriously at the times it wants you to take it seriously, but then it slams you with so much dumb crap that you can't. Yeah. So if you want to turn your brain off, that's fine. But then what are you meant to do with your brain when there's a heartbreaking scene of Rey and
You're supposed to tap it because you need your brain to tap into emotion.
Yeah. And if you're just having dumb fun, then those scenes are worthless.
That's right.
And at some point you're just like, well, if it was just a big dumb fun movie, then yeah, it wouldn't have had that stuff in it. And it wouldn't have asked that of the audience, but it did. Transporter 2 didn't have that.
No.
It just had
there was no emotion.
Wicked fights of dudes beating the shit out of each other with fire hoses and stuff, and then it ended. It was awesome.
Yep.
And Matthew Modine being a 2000s dad. Movie rules.
Rules. One of the best movies I can think of that it does a really good job of balancing the tone of ridiculousness, but also tapping into the emotion. For me, it was Cabin in the Woods. Cabin in the Woods does an amazing job of like obviously subverting expectations because that's what the movie's all about. But then certain parts where the heroes are in danger, or actually the end of the movie, spoiler alert, the end of the movie, you really feel bummed. You're like super fucking bummed that they made it all the way through this whole adventure and then, well, I guess that's it, and then it ends. And I remember being like, wow, that was a real bummer. And I was like, man, that movie wasn't meant to be a bummer. It was meant to be kind of funny and like, whatever. But they what's his name? Drew something, starts with a G, directed the film, and just did a fantastic job of making me care about characters that I should not have cared about in this ridiculous kind of, fantastical horror movie.
Yeah, I gotta watch that again. Drew Goddard, okay.
Drew Goddard, that's what it is. Yeah, he's gone on to do other things, and he's really good. But it's just a really good movie.
Now I'm just thinking about movies that can do both.
It's very, very hard.
I feel like Kung Fu Hustle is probably the one that goes so hard in either direction.
Yeah.
It is literally Looney Tunes at one point.
Yeah.
But then by the end of the movie, like, I got a little misty at it. Some of the stories they tell, and I'm just like, man, what's Stephen Chow up to? I think he got back into directing, but I didn't see The Mermaid. I need to check that out. I guess a better explanation is if you can buy into, because that's how Star Wars works now, even though it has never worked like that. Then you can force yourself to like it because you had a good time. Likewise, if you want to like it for more than it is, it can sting. After episode 8, I had no expectations.
Oh, Cloudless. Okay, yeah. So like episode 8 sounded like just got rid of what you were thinking about, and you're like, fuck it. Star Wars is whatever now.
Yeah, that's. It's interesting. Like, Star Wars. This is how Star Wars is now. Episode 8 was entirely that. I mean, and we don't have to get into the whole thing. We've been on it so much.
Everybody talks about it all the time. Although, is this a bad thing? Chad, I'll ask you honestly. How often do you and or your friends talk about Star Wars? Because we're always talking about it, and I don't know if it's a good representation. Like, is this something that you and your friends still talk about? Not often, never. In my chat, not at all.
Never, not at all.
Stoner Pony says a lot. Not at all. I mean, like Criken's chat says very infrequently. Yeah, see, like, what is it about Star Wars that we talk? Why do we talk about it so much? I can't figure it out. Because it always comes, for me, I'm always thinking about it. So I'm always like, oh man, what a bummer.
Well, it is, I think it's fitting because it's certainly, I think, apart from its just stature as an entertainment property, it tries to play with some of the core tenets of storytelling. And it tries to experiment around with that. I mean, the original 3 movies were really good about just telling a cool fairy tale, but in a setting, and managed to do it with like interesting characters. And then to splinter off from that, I guess it's like, I mean, I guess if it were 2,000 years ago, we'd be talking about the Iliad or whatever. Actually, I don't think that was 0. I don't know when that was written.
It was written, I think, even I don't know actually. When was the Iliad and the Odyssey written? Was it after 0 AD?
If only there were a way to know. No, it's funny too because I was trying to think about it because I was watching GoldenEye, and it just had me thinking about the Bond franchise and like how that. It's BC. Dang,
it is
3,000 years ago.
I was going to say it was before that, but I wasn't sure.
Everything started with Jesus. We all know this. But I was like, okay, what other franchises have done that? Have like been a cultural phenomenon?
Not many.
And I was like, actually, Fast and Furious. Kind of. In ways that I wasn't expecting, because I was thinking about Need for Speed Underground for some reason, and I was like, oh yeah, that game totally exists because of Fast and Furious. And then I was like, oh yeah, that movie kind of kicked off a whole cultural weird obsession with like tuner cars and underground street racing and stuff.
It did, yeah.
It lasted for like, I don't know, 5 years maybe, but it was totally a thing, and now it's kind of become its own deal. Fast and Furious, that is. It's a weird action franchise, but...
I'm not sure how long it'll last once it's done. But yeah, we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know if there's really anything else pop culture wise in the last 40, 50 years that was like Star Wars, other than Star Trek maybe. That's the only other thing I can think of.
Pokemon
has only been around, what, 20, 30 years? 25 years? Minecraft has only been 10, yeah. So it's staying power. I'm just curious. I'm just curious to see.
I'm pretty sure Pokemon and Minecraft are going to be there for the next 50 years.
I think you're right.
Some form.
I think you're right.
Fortnite? Yeah, I'm curious to see how Fortnite endures. Like, Minecraft is...
Lord of the Rings. Lord of the Rings is good, too.
Yeah, I guess, Lord of the Rings has been around, like, 60 years?
A long time. I mean, it was written in the 50s. I think Tolkien wrote it in the 50s.
Oh, Harry Potter?
40s.
Yeah. Harry Potter's pretty much done now, though, isn't it? I mean, is anyone excited about the next Wizarding World of Newt Scamander movie?
Those movies the most recent one was terrible. And I love Harry Potter.
Yeah, no, that movie was awful.
Yeah, it was really bad.
It's interesting too because that movie I could. There are a few movies where I can just see the whiteboard with all the like beats they have to hit, and like just like giant question marks between the lines trying to draw between them, and then whenever they it's fun to see people try and connect beats they know they need to hit because they're just so formulaically in every like teen drama.
Ugh.
But then to have those connections be so flimsy. First one was fun.
I enjoyed the first one.
Parts of it were fun.
The second one, I don't know if I remember even the second one.
Yeah, Johnny Depp's evil. They break him out of a thing. And then stuff happens.
It sucks because I'm going to go see those movies. I'm going to see them to the very end because I love Harry Potter. So I love being in the world. But it's just like Star Wars where I'm going to go and be like, that was dumb. And then I'm going to pay for it again. And that's I feel like the thing that got me the most was Spider-Man. Once I had seen the Amazing Spider-Man 2, I said I'm never going to see another Spider-Man film ever again. But then Homecoming came out and it was from MCU.
Yeah.
So I was like, fuck.
I know, they got you.
I know, they got me again.
I was that way with X-Men 3, and I haven't seen any of the Bryan Singer X-Men's.
Well, I don't know. I mean, some of them are not bad. Like, First Class isn't bad. Days of Future Past isn't bad. But I don't know that you're missing anything by not seeing those movies.
No, I'll get around to it at some point, but there's also like Birds of Prey is coming out.
It's supposed to be great.
I guess people like it.
Reviews are really positive.
Boy, do I struggle to care.
Yeah, me too. Me too. Yeah, me too. I don't care at all. I'm the next.
I finally watched Doctor Sleep.
I haven't seen it. Yeah, I've not seen Doctor Sleep.
It's not The Shining, but what could be? You know,
nothing.
Yeah,
nothing. Because The Shining was again. That's a cultural touchstone. That's a movie that's been around for 40 years, something like that, 50 years. Man, and everybody loves it. It's a masterpiece. So.
Oh, I forgot about Dark Phoenix. I was just thinking Apocalypse. Dark Phoenix exists.
I didn't see that.
Oh man, how can they be getting worse? Okay, now I kind of want to watch all the X-Men's just because it crossed over that divide between being like middling and boring to actually so bad it might be fun to watch.
Apocalypse wasn't. Apocalypse was so boring.
Really?
It was very boring.
Well, they were supposed to have X-Men fights.
I'm telling you, man, it was so boring, and that's why I didn't like it because it was so boring.
Okay.
Because I was like, this is so bad because it's so boring.
Lame.
Yeah, it was really. Would James Bond start the spy genre era? Man, I mean, James Bond has been around for so long now. I don't know that you can really start that genre. It's kind of been.
I mean, there were a ton of knockoffs that tried to be like James Bond. What I find fascinating is when James Bond becomes whatever is popular. So like Star Wars came out, and then James Bond goes to space, and there are laser guns in it, and it was one of the best. Like Moonraker is one of the best earning Bond films.
Yeah.
So there are a series of just like Casino Royale opens with this huge parkour sequence because that's exactly what was hot right then. Yeah. Casino Royale is still a fucking amazing
it's a great movie. Yeah.
So it is interesting to see to see the Bond series just sort of like just kind of absorb whatever's around it.
Yeah.
I have no idea where that's going to go from here, but. What's wild, too, is they used to crank those out, man. They were, like, one every year, every other year, all the way up until, like, the mid-'70s. And then it just really slowed down.
Yeah, and a lot of them aren't good because precisely that reason. My question, I saw somebody ask it, but I've been thinking about it a lot, too, which is the MCU in 20 years. Are we going to go back and look at that and be like, wow? Or are we going to be like, ooh?
I can't wait because kind of... One of the things that I kind of find fascinating about Star Wars is the original trilogy told like the perfect story. You got love, you got good, evil, all this stuff. The original trilogy tried to do something a little bit different, tried to work those elements in, but it was like I guess the subtext of it was a political story about taking over the galaxy, which when you step back from it is actually pretty cool. The 7, 8, 9, I have no goddamn clue. The thing is though, like. You can't tell the same story multiple times. You have to trick people into thinking it's new again. And now that we've done a full arc of hero origins and hero stories, and they were all told like it was the core story that's been told a million times in comic books culture. And they had all the iterations through comic books culture to really zero down on the beats that worked and the ones that didn't. Now that we've done it all, or most of it, or all the good ones, what happens next? They just tell the same story again, but with a different actor?
Yeah.
And then people are going to catch on to that. Like, I even saw people saying that, like, Homecoming and Far From Home were kind of the same movie. It's like, yeah, because every Spider-Man story is exactly the same.
I mean, the hero story. Yeah.
Well, yeah, but Spider-Man has some flavor that's kind of unique to him. Mostly about him trying to find a father figure and then getting betrayed by that father figure. And, I mean, the Spider-Man game was exactly all the tropes, exactly in the right order, which kind of bugged me because I was like, I've read this a million times. So I feel like there are a lot of people who have followed comic books that are used to this and expect it, the like variations on a theme.
Yeah.
But movie-going audiences, now that they've seen the whole thing once, and they come back and it's like, oh, here's a new hero, and he's got some problems. It's like, yeah, I saw this movie before. No shit, because it's the same thing.
I'll be really.
That doesn't make it bad.
I'll be really interested to see if it because I'm really excited for the Eternals and stuff. I'm excited for these movies because they're made by the same people that made the other movies, and those movies are pretty good. So I don't know. I don't know when it'll wear off. For me, it's more of like 30 to 40 years from now. Will I still be thinking about Avengers Endgame? You know, like, will I be going like...
Probably not.
Man, what a great time in like pop culture's life when they had 10 amazing movies lead up to this, this huge... Or 23 movies lead up to this thing. Or will I just be like forgotten about it completely? I have no idea.
They'll probably reminisce about it.
I don't know.
I feel like what they would love to do, and this is where Bond kind of comes back into it, when they were cranking one of those movies out every year, after about the fifth one, it was the same thing. And like tropes kind of emerged. Is that he's gonna bang a chick, then she's gonna die, then there's gonna be some kind of double cross, and he'll have a gadget that he uses to get out of this situation.
He'll get caught with the villain.
Yeah,
the villain will have a really slow moving death ray or whatever.
Penile and eliminating laser.
Yeah,
Goldfinger was like the first real Bond movie where it really settled into the formula and really nailed it. Yeah. Also, he had a jetpack. Sick. But yeah, I wonder if comic book movies will get there when somebody can go watch a movie and be like, yeah, it was exactly what I thought it would be, but you know what? It was an evening. They may be there now. Yeah,
for a lot of movie going audiences, and where it's just enough to get them to come back.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I also wonder too. It's like with the state of online criticism. Criticism may be a harsh word, but just like communal discussion,
the discourse.
Yeah, where everybody's got to have a hot take and like kind of. It definitely pushes people to extremes. I feel like that it's going to be harder for people to enjoy the same movie over and over when internet consensus is this movie's trash because we saw it already. Whereas, like, I don't know if Twitter were around when the 7th Bond movie came out, people would be like, this is garbage, you shouldn't watch it. Instead, it was just some dude who went to work and was like, oh, Bond, he's going to shoot somebody, all right. And then goes and watches it. And it's like, that was pretty cool, he shot people.
I'm going to blow your mind right now, Lawrence. Oh. It may be like that right now. There are a lot of people that aren't on Twitter.
That's true.
They're going to see movies and do whatever they want anyway.
You're right. Yeah.
So, I mean, like, Twitter's not pervading everything, thank God.
Yeah. Or just online discourse in general. I've been trying to get distance from that just to kind of remind myself of the things that matter and the things that don't. And yeah, getting mad about movies is
very low on the list.
Yeah.
Very, very low on the list.
This is a whole other topic, but there are people who believe, and I don't know where I sit on it, but there are people who believe that by pushing agenda through media, you basically shape culture. And the way that America is, it's kind of true. What you see becomes what you believe.
Yeah, that's true. That's a good ending for the podcast.
Indeed. Nas, holler at me. If you believe I'm sponsored, then I am. So,
except for when he doesn't get any money.
Yeah, except for that part.
That doesn't really count as a sponsorship.
Except for that part. Do you got any big shout-outs this week, Bruce?
Big shout-outs. Oh, yeah. Remember, if you're going to listen to this podcast on iTunes, Spotify, whatever, review it. Say how much you like it or don't. It doesn't matter. Either way, review it. And I will put links to... I forgot to put links to the audio feeds in the YouTube description, but I will. I will do that.
I keep forgetting that too. I've got a... Oh, you got a nice little...
Yeah, I believe Austin made that.
Oh, nice.
So that's good, at least.
There's one in my chat too for some links to some services, but...
Yeah.
Criken had a meeting, so he had to step out.
Yeah.
Thoric
01. That's where... Criken just left about 20 minutes ago. Just missed it.
I guess for me... Either Friday, Saturday, Sunday, somewhere in there, I'm finally going to do my book reading stream.
Oh, great.
Provided that all my gear gets here and it all works.
That's awesome.
I just need extensions to run my junk across the room. Yeah, hopefully, don't tell anybody. Come and watch, but don't tell anybody. Because
why not?
I've heard people say you're not allowed to do it.
What?
Yeah.
Read a book on stream?
Because it's somebody's property. You're basically giving away an audiobook.
But we're doing that with video games?
So yeah, it's actually fascinating to think about because I guess the argument is that your input into a video game changes its nature.
Yeah, okay, all right.
Also, games require input to be seen. Otherwise, you'd just be looking at a start screen.
Your input into the book changes the way the book's read.
That's true. That's true. Video game copyright and video game fair use stuff got settled extremely in the internet's favor.
Yeah, it did.
Whereas legacy media is not quite so happy about it. But if you ask the publisher is out of business. They got bought and sold a couple of times over. I actually looked into it to try to find a contact link, and now it would just be some holding company. And if I got an email, they'd just be like, "Who the fuck is this guy?" And then, I mean, it'd probably go into their junk folder, and that'd be it. So,
yep.
So yeah, I'm just gonna go balls out there and see what happens. But yeah, if you wanna see the Lawrence players put on a performance of Batman Forever the novel, I guess keep a lookout for that.
How long are you gonna read it for?
I don't know until my voice gives out. It's only 200 pages, and
that's all right.
The text is pretty big.
200 pages. So what is that? That's like 3.5 hours, 4 hours. Yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
All right.
And it's there's only like 7-8 characters in that thing, so
cool.
Yeah, this is part of me just kind of experimenting with performance and just doing dumb stuff.
I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, me too. Hopefully I don't make a fool of myself, so we'll see.
I'll be doing more crowd control stuff, which is
that's so cool.
So much fun. It's so much fun where people can influence the game you're playing.
Yeah, so they have Dark Souls. I saw you doing Dark Souls. That's
they have Dark Souls. They have Super Mario World. They have Ocarina of Time. They have a bunch of different games. So I'll be doing that for sure this weekend. And then more Battlefront. We're going to play Battlefront tonight.
Yeah, I'm excited.
So, more Battlefront 2 with BB-8.
See that little roly boy going around?
All right, bye, Criken.
Bye, Criken. Oh, he's back.
I don't know. He's probably in the chat or something.
Bye, Criken.
We'll see you later, YouTube.
Yeah, bye, everybody.
See you next week.
Thanks for listening/watching.